Hi, Nathania. How are you doing today?
Great, thanks.
So what brings you in today?
Well, I am having a slight issue with my sister. My mom is currently living with her. She was a caretaker, and she was living with the family, with her client, to help take care of him up until he passed. And she didn't really. She's been there for 10 years, living with this guy, being his full-time caretaker. And he finally passed, and she doesn't have anywhere else to live, and the family said that they decided they're going to sell the apartment that he was living in. And I don't know if my mom had maybe talked with them a while back about her staying there or whatever the case was, but either way, my mom has ended up moving in with my sister. Which we were all okay with. My sister had the basement for my mom to live in, and it was real nice. But now my sister has become the mom in the situation, and my mom has kind of become like the child.
Child?
Yeah. So, like, my sister has taken over my mom's finances. She's taken over her bills. She's taken over kind of her money in essence, has given her an allowance. Has, really just kind of just taken over. And my mom is like, okay, honey, what do you want me to do now? Okay. And just has allowed for my sister to take over. And I've talked to my sister about how this kind of makes me angry with how she's treating my mom.
Angry?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, hey, our mother is 63 years old and has been taking care of herself this entire time. Why do you feel that all of a sudden now she can't? And now you feel like you have the only ability to take over mom's money. And if my mom gives us, like, sometimes my mom's a very generous woman, and she's retired. Since my dad passed away, my mom got my dad's retirement benefits, and so she'll give me $100 or something, like, here, honey, you and Cody go do something, or I'm getting married in 8 months, so she's been kind of giving us money towards the wedding. And my brother, she'll give my brother some money, and she buys everything for my sister, so I know that she's giving my sister money. But then my sister's like, well, Mom, you can't give Nathania or Paul money because of whatever reason, like they owe you from 5 years ago or something weird like that. And my mom is, instead of saying something about it, she's just going right along.
Your mom just goes with it, doesn't speak up with it about any of it?
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's like she doesn't have a backbone to my sister. So even if my mom feels like, well, no, I feel like this is my money and I should be able to give it away or buy whatever I want to, and instead, because that's just what she likes to do, and instead she's like, oh, I can't give you any money this week. Like, she's literally called me crying because I can't give you any money this week because your sister says I can't.
How does it make you feel when she gives you a phone call and she's crying on the phone?
Oh, so frustrated. Like, I want to get my sister out, or my mom out of my sister's house. Like, I even talked with my fiance about maybe her coming with us for a little while. The hardest situation is just, my mom doesn't want to live in an apartment building again. She really didn't. The only reason she was okay living in the apartment building is because she was taking care of her client. But she has said, like, I don't want to live in an apartment building if I don't have to. Duplex, maybe rent a house is what she would really like to do. But that takes a little bit of time to do that, and my sister hasn't even helped her with that. Like, she'll go, oh, sure, next week we'll go look for apartments. It's like she's dangling a carrot in front of my mom, and my mom will go, okay, good, and then be complacent with where she is. And then a week goes by, and Laura hasn't done anything about it, and then my mom goes, well, I thought we were going to look for apartments. Maybe I can go stay with Dana for a little while. And then my sister's like, oh, no, that's right. And then she'll take her out and look at really crappy apartments. And then my mom will be like, well, that's not really what I want to do. And then she just keeps doing that.
So what you're telling me is your mom moved in with your sister due to her job. I mean, she was caregiving, and he passed away, needed a place to go for a while, but now she's ready to move on and move back out onto her own. But after staying with your sister, she's kind of reverted back to childlike behaviors and kind of relying on your sister to take care of her. Is that so?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. I feel like Laura hasn't given her the ability for it to be otherwise. But because my mom is such a go along with the flow woman, she definitely has just, okay, well, this is how it is. So.
Okay. Now, don't do that. Can you pause this video? Like, you just totally